Let me ask you this. If at the end of their careers, you were Cam Newton or Eli Manning, who would you rather be? MVP? Eli Manning.
Yeah, give me Super Bowls.
He's not talented like Cam's talented.
No, not even close.
That's what I'm saying. So,
I think Cam Newton was one of the more wasted talents at quarterback that we've seen in the history of the game. And a lot of it's on Cam Newton, because I don't think Cam ever took the position seriously enough to where he really wanted to hone his craft to be great. Because I think Cam could have been LeBron James of the NFL had he really taken ownership of the quarterback position from a mental aspect, putting in the work, the film study, and working on his mechanics. Because he really never evolved as a quarterback. He was just so physically impressive and such a specimen. He could run over guys, and he could do the Superman, and he could make some of the throws, but I never thought he was somebody who had a true mastery of the game the way you would expect from somebody in year 9, 10, 11 of your NFL career.
Well, obviously, now you're the quarterback guru, and I'm not. I hate to drop a name, but I got to spend a lot of time with Cam at IMG Academies. We trained for a year together. And then I went to Carolina, spent a whole offseason there because of Cam. I would train with him a bunch of days a week. If you hadn't seen this guy in the building, he put the work in. He absolutely put the work in. This is what I would say. So what I would say is, you need a coach who will sit down and teach you how to be a passer. They didn't utilize Cam as a passer. Remember, he had Smitty, right? Steve got hurt, and then he was, if I name his receivers, I hate to do it because they're like people I know and care about, but it's like they're names that you would never imagine that he could bring to the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, and he did it. And then I just think the way he played, a lot of these guys, let me ask you, what do you think? Guys can keep getting better at the quarterback position until what age? Nowadays.
I think you should always be evolving as a quarterback because defenses are always adjusting.
So Cam's body was battered by like 29 or 30.
Right.
So he was out of the league by 32.
But see, that's where I think he could have evolved as far as his knowledge of the game and more of the mental aspect of really knowing next level mastery, doctorate level quarterback play, the way that a guy like a Joe Flacco does, who plays to at least 40, and the way that Aaron Rodgers does, who's still, in a way that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Drew Brees did, the greats. Because I do think Cam was physically gifted enough to, even when his body fell apart, his arm talent should have been enough to where he could have played just from the pocket. But the fact that he didn't take that next level as far as the mastery of the insights of the X's and O's, I think that's what held him back.
And I think a big part of why Cam, I think he just got a bad stigma attached to him by the time he was 30. Like, you couldn't tell me at 32 that Cam couldn't have been a 2 or a 3 anywhere. And that could probably lead us into something I want to ask you about, is the kind of stigma that gets attached to these guys like Cam Newton. I don't know, the crazy hair, the hats, the wild scarves.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And a lot of coaches do not want to have to deal with that.
Right.
And some teammates don't want to deal with that either. You come in with a team, you've got everybody around you. I think that can be a distraction. And I thought the Patriots was the worst fit possible for him just because of what that organization was all about. But it is a lot. He's a big personality.
Yeah.
And for him to say, all right, I'm going to be a backup, whether you like it or not, the fact is the starting quarterback probably doesn't love it. That you have a former MVP that's got a huge personality and a big charismatic, following. They probably don't love that. So it's a really tricky spot for him to 100%. Be in.
I figured with the Patriots, it was going to go one of two ways. He was either going to conform and really start to hone in, lock in, shave the head, get back to your old ways and do your thing. It didn't work for him. It didn't work for Chad Ochocinco up there. I thought he was another one who could have gone both ways.